if a game goes into overtime, you'll have a coach play a team that was in the fourth quarter, and then he keeps not subbing because they finished the game and they played well, and then keep going. But I've never seen a pro game where I've never seen a pro game where a coach left his whole team in for a.
It's got to be intentional. Yeah, it was intentional.
Yes, because nobody else was scoring, but it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, if Knight shows up today, they're kind of doomed because the Scuba Superfan is in my chat today.
Oh god!
Shout out to Price Guns.
Nice opening pick from Welly. Right click from Actor, not
There's Scuba right on cue.
And then
damn.
into the dark
Knees
I
ball.
shouted out the Scuba Superfan, and immediately Scuba gets a kill.
Really
Oh yeah.
Like, do we wonder if that's Scuba's dad or his brother?
Might just be Scuba. Might be Scuba in the chat while in between rounds.
I said, when you say Scuba's been playing the best this split.
Good question. He's probably been the most consistent in his performance. I feel like he's had like less lows and like he's kind of been the same, I would say, like throughout.
Value gets tossed. Dark cover in the way though from being able to tally how much of Cubert is actually here. So we'll stay 4v4.
Yeah, I don't know if Glyph kind of trolled himself.
Yeah, everyone should be their own biggest fan. Believe in yourself, Tarik. If you guys don't believe in me, I'll never be able to believe in me. I just want you to know that when you type your messages. Would Rob ever leak if a team contacts him about one of the players from Cubert?
And that will be enough to put this round.
Would I leak it? If you're a team in VCT and you reach out to me about a player, that means you're making a roster move. So me leaking it has an impact.
Yeah.
Those knuckleheads who took a month to announce the team they had signed when everyone in the world, those are the only players left. And they kept teasing it. It's like, put out your video. What are you doing? So at some point, I retweeted the X-Men Mutants poster.
And that was the leak?
That was the leak.
And I love this, Sir Cubert.
And everybody called that the leak because I retweeted a
Why is that a leak,
image.
chat?
Well, if you didn't all know it was
it's because
Mutants,
the
then
team
how
was
was it a
called
leak?
the Mutants before, and then
Yes,
you
the
posted
team
a picture of the new Mutants movie. I see.
Correct. That.
Oh, at least you didn't smack it straight on like at least you had some like subtle to it, but it's funny.
That
though.
was what I did. Because at that point, the
I
world
didn't
knew
know
they had
that.
signed
I didn't know
Mutants.
that.
It was the
Thank you for breaking it
dumbest
down.
thing ever.
So good.
It's like, it's not my fault they're so slow.
I didn't see that. We don't see that clip, Texas.
So that was the thing. That's what people were giving me a hard time about.
Let's see.
And I just don't know if you expect that Nisbo's playing in the corner.
Nice. I don't even know what happened there. I'll take it.
Why is Rob better at reading chat than Tarik? Because I'm
I've
only
been
here
doing
for
I've been doing this for 15 years.
I was gonna say Rob's got. Hey, Rob gets to hit and run. Tarik has to hang out with you all for a long time.
I think it's great.
What sport do I not follow?
I think it's great. Rob cares, Tarik. Okay, don't say
You know what
that.
I
It's
don't
not true.
follow?
I think I'm
follow
listening
the
just like you
MLS,
guys. I'm
other than
listening just
Messi.
like you guys. I'm learning. I'm a learner.
You're in such good positions right now for Cubert Academy.
Yeah, it's just especially against two, a shorty.
Like I said with the hockey jerseys, there were a lot of people complaining about the price. If you live in Canada, you know what a hockey jersey costs because it's a legit hockey jersey. Like that's what we base it on.
What's going to be?
I think it's gonna be steady.
And it does cost less than most hockey jerseys.
They want to chase these kills for
But-
orbs.
Why not?
But yeah, you should order your hockey jersey.
Ultimate charge. Glyph Welly provide one in tow, but really not much.
Rapinha?
Yeah, see somebody. Oh wow, the Scuba Superfan just complained about they're expensive.
Is that the hockey playoffs going on right now?
Yes, and the Kings keep every game. The Kings get a lead, and then they get really conservative in the third period, and then Edmonton blows them up.
They played on Tuesday, right?
They played yesterday, yeah, Tuesday.
So now everybody can stack up towards A.
Now the crazier hockey thing, Tarik, is the Toronto Maple Leafs are known for the team that chokes in the playoffs every time, and they have the craziest record of being like 1-20 in closeout matches.
Damn, some Cloud9
Like if you're
shit.
Like if you're at 3-0, you then lose the next 2 or 3 or 4 matches, and they've only won one playoff series in the last like 30 years, and they haven't won a cup in 70 years.
Holy shit! So they have like a crazy playoff choke mental block.
Yes, and somebody just said the Leafs aren't choking this year, but they've just done the same thing so far, where they were up 3-0 and now it's 3-2, and now they're on the road for match 3.
They need to win one more, right? It's game 4.
They need to win one more, but that's always the question for the Leafs.
Oh
It's
my
always they need
god!
to
No,
win,
I
and they
can't
don't win it.
imagine.
Somebody's responsibility is trying to break the dart.
My favorite movie I actually worked on was The Big Short with Adam McKay, which we won an Oscar for.
Chad, do you know Big Short? I don't know Big Short personally.
But it's Steve Carell, Brad Pitt.
On different spots, right? Anchoring, being strong on different areas around the map.
They make you watch that movie in economics class?
You're fighting for the space
Adam
on the other
McKay.
side of the
It's
map, which
just like a really good movie.
so far here for Ambrosia.
And then I think what we will do is have a pre-order for a jersey as one of your options when you get a watch party ticket. Right? So that way you know you'll get your jersey because you'll get a watch party ticket and you'll pre-order your jersey and then we'll just bring it to Toronto for you.
I see.
Block out and section out a line here for the team.
I used to work at Paramount before this. That's how I knew Ben Affleck.
So you're trying to funnel your opponents into this Sentinels utility.
So account 2, Tarik. Here's the thing: we haven't lost a round, so I'm going to keep talking until we lose a round because it's working. That the thing when you're like looking at the release schedule in the movie business and you're constantly trying to figure out what movies are going to be big, which movies are going to be huge, what weekend can you open where you're not don't have a lot of competition, right? Where you can get screwed sometimes is out of nowhere a movie turns into a phenomenon. And so what happened this weekend is Accountant 2 had a really solid opening and the Rotten Tomatoes score is really good.
It was a good read.
But Sinners became just a phenomenon where it had one of the best holds ever.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much
and so out of nowhere you have Sinners' second weekend doing $40 million. Like, no, that's not a thing. Like, no, that's not one of your possible outcomes. So they did get run into by the hold of Sinners because the other problem is with a movie people like that much and they're talking about a movie they already saw, then it's harder to compete with a movie people haven't seen
It's
before.
got so much hype now.
Yeah, it's had so much hype. So they kind of ran into the Sinners super hype. So they had a really solid opening, but it definitely would have been better if Sinners hadn't turned into a crazy phenomenon. But Accountant 2 is a really good movie. Oh, just spam kill. Spam the spike. Spam the spike.
Oh, let's try.
If we're not playing Sunday, Tarik, everybody should go to watch Accountant 2 instead of watching G2 MIBR. That's my recommendation.
Yeah.
Rob was part of launching the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I'm a big fan of what happened with Iron Man and those. I don't know anything about Thunderbolts, so
all that information.
be interested to see if it's good.
By the way, it's quite awesome to see. Well, for me, intriguing, but also awesome that Scuba's playing a Sentinel.
The players will most likely wear their normal jerseys because these are long sleeve and heavy. So,
oh, they won't wear the hockey jersey on stage?
They'll probably walk out with it and then wear their normal jersey underneath it because it is heavy.
Yeah.
Matu at lunch has the best Philly cheesesteak on the planet. So they just opened the second Matu in Brentwood. There's one
It's
in
funny
Beverly
because
Hills.
I wonder if there's anyone in the chat that lives in LA.
And so you can order only at lunch a Matu chilled Philly cheesesteak. Have you had one yet?
I have, yeah. I've had it. It's really good.
So chat, I know they were going to get upset at me if hashtag ad. It's the best Philly cheesesteak. If any of you had it, that you can complain.
You have ways to play behind the wall.
That's what I'm gonna have once we get to halftime. I'm gonna eat my Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I just wonder how many of us are actually.
Well,
in
the Philly
vicinity.
cheesesteak you can get delivered and isn't
true.
crazy expensive. So the My Rice who asked about taking his girlfriend there. It's Cubert Academy. That's what we do. We're here. You can ask us any question. If you're really hardcore about watching the Academy matches, you can always go to the main stream where there's no talking.
They could turn it around right here.
The difficulty is Context is playing deep into the site. Wow, good response on the first stand.
Oh, no, we don't like that.
By the way, Riot should do something in Seattle because the Red Bull event in Seattle was awesome and the crowd was amazing.
That was well put together.
Yeah, that Red Bull event was awesome. All right, you were there. Tens was there.
Ludwig and Sean.
Ludwig
as well. This gives a chance for Cubert.
Yeah.
Or actually for Ambrosia to set space inside the C site.
That was a good time. 2v3.
Cubert is the Sentinels Academy team. We cannot get promoted, but we can ruin other people's dreams. Scuba!
You can't be stopped right now.
Oh, now a bunch of people are showing up because they just heard me say I was over here. I may get to 200. The Rob Moore super fans.
Damn, we're actually looking sharp. We are actually looking sharp. Dare I say it.
Just to get ready for the next round. around, try to salvage the
Are they
rest here.
playing on
Make it into a
PC?
9-3,
Yeah.
Going towards the end, because I don't think that Welly should be pulling out
they're
another
on a
Brother
thrifty
Series there
again.
into the B side again, unless they're trying to go for that tap.
They are.
after the wall came
This
through.
was our
So
map pick.
There could have been some value because they actually
Haven
had
went
players
from the
within,
map that
the
we
site this time
feared
around
to
for
our
Ambrosia to really
go-to
flood
map pick for
into,
both
the
Sentinels
tap
and
of the
Cubert.
spike.
Oh, look at
And
that.
now
You
going toward
pinned
A side is
the
actually not so
they
bad.
pinned the Sentinel
rotate's still
stream
there
in the
until
chat
it's still
there.
at 2
There you
razor
go.
lines, and Welly still has the ult, but he's playing within the site, so I'm not too sure if he's going to commit into this one either.
Well, the other thing about this is Cubert can just show force and then.
By the way, you know there's custom options on jerseys, so you can make a jersey with anyone you want.
Finds 2, make it 3.
It comes down to these battles from Shondex.
Ooh.
Well, Shondex
Damn.
will once again provide one.
All right.
Slide out from Knights.
Nice. Uh-oh, Scoob is dead. Round's lost.
2v4?
Numbers still favoring Ambrosia.
2v4, but Scoob is
Especially
dead.
considering that you know for a fact that
Did
this
he
is
get
going to
the
have to be
plant
some sort of
down?
an aggressive post plant due to the fact that
You know how much a blowout this match has been that I haven't started my stopwatch once.
Yeah. They've been cruising.
And how about this Nismo here so much? He's got the Rolling Thunder to play with.
Thunder, yeah.
If you get this first kill,
Oh.
Knights now gets the
if you got
Blank.
that first kill, I was going to say we were going to win the round, but he didn't get that first one. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wait for it, and he's got his ult.
Wait a little bit longer.
Doesn't he?
Well, he
He
tried to
does.
hop on for the fuse, booped off of it. That doesn't get
See, now I
halfway.
can't tell you right now that he's got it because I don't know the clock.
For it in the corner, spamming, finding
Wait.
damage,
Ooh.
pulls
Oh,
it
he
back.
had a
Well,
chance.
he
He
steps
dinked
away,
him.
finds the
Almost
kill.
pulled that
Be a
off.
second round for
Damn.
Ambrosia.
You'll take anything you can at this point.
Spy cam checking to see as there is some effort being thrown in over towards C long.
What the fuck?
Behind that Radiant box, no damage
Oh.
to the Guardian, but ooh, big opening win there from Acre and keeps this play for Cubert purely from the front. Post plant still going to be established, but Steel Garden and Dimensional Drift at
Maybe the year the
retake.
player joined Sun. Nah.
Beautiful smoke towards the front too, so they're isolating the players inside the C site.
Uh-oh.
So Reduxx might get screwed here, but at least the players are in the front to help them out.
Planted for
An idea
long? A
with
little
the
bit, yeah.
Spam the dark cover, but no connection. Keep an eye on Scuba in the minimap. He is moving
He's off.
rapidly through the backside of Garage. As the rest of the are trying to hold desperately over towards
Damn.
Nismo by himself, and he does
Nismo almost pulled it off
considerable
again.
amount
Yeah.
but not
That is the
enough.
spot that we see
Stop
so many
all
clutches
five members
from,
for
not gonna
Ambrosia.
lie.
So it'll be a 3-9 half. And as much as you could say, cool, last
Alright,
two rounds
9-3.
look decent.
At least
it
it's not a
felt
cent.
$1 late, and it
It sure could be at. They have so many players inserted so far.
By the way, as
Satellite
Tarik likes
can
to
force
say, if
rotates.
it's too
If he goes to
expensive,
this fight at Seaside and TP's
buy
away,
a
that might
t-shirt.
pull some defenders out.
Yeah, don't break your back trying to buy
Gonna
it.
get the plant
It's
or
like,
try
it's
for it.
totally fine. I won't be
Pushes
offended.
back. The defense rotating pretty
But it is a
late,
super
but
premium
that
item.
allows Shondex to sneak in towards A. Spy cam deleted, trap wire not. There we go, finally does.
Convex?
There you go.
Next quick
Scuba
follow-up
Superfan
here,
said he
Neon, a little
paid
bit of a
$175 for a
spam out
Bruins
with the
jersey,
Sheriff.
US.
Eventually works,
There you
and then
go.
Acre also gets pulled
You got
back.
20
Well, we know the
seconds.
Scuba Superfan
this
is
so
always
tough
there to
because you have
help.
to rewrap this thing all the way back to B, and the defense is going to beat you there.
I mean, the only one cutting the rotates is Satellite, but you have no choice but to run into B, so Cubert's already going to be
I didn't
there.
realize
Even if you
Vansili
get
was
the plat
casting. I
now,
was too busy,
you still have to play
pitching,
a 3
hockey
versus 4
jerseys.
and a flood retake from Cubert.
Yeah, he's doing challenges as well, I guess.
Oh, they're going to play for the pinch. 2-2 split. This
Uh-oh.
battle may dictate the pistol right here.
Wow, Scuba again.
Just an extra big left
Scuba.
step.
There were 3 people alive, but he won a 1v2.
Yeah,
Too much.
good job.
And yeah,
With the plat that you
That's
had,
sick,
it
we did.
73. A lot of people are spamming 73% in the
helped
chat.
them in this
This is the
moment.
first act they haven't been
high-end
rating. Is the
NFL
act
jerseys
over?
are actually really
Sheriff
expensive
gets a
too.
judge and an outlaw.
Basketball is the only one that's cheap because
yeah,
it's
and
half
surely
the
they don't
fabric.
just
Oh my god.
raw peak
Oh, yeah, they
this,
will.
and, now
This is the first act that haven't been radiant?
and
I don't know.
Satellite will lose his
Maybe?
right arm. Oh, but the spam through the door will work out. Reduxx
Nah,
will
it's
be
probably
taking
not.
this
There's been
over
other acts that I
towards
haven't played. It's probably
C1.
not.
And Ambrosia will now
Are you guys
keep
saying
their
ball?
focus purely in the
Guys,
middle of the map. And
we
maybe
obviously
just try to get into
didn't.
B.
Yeah, Redox lost his arm and or Redox
Right,
lost
nice.
his head. When
Obviously,
Satellite
the
lost
bet
his
was
arm.
off.
But
Redox.
no, nonetheless, you're still starting to
Come
see
on.
Oh my god.
things are calming down.
We
for a
keep
bit.
getting one shot here.
Although, A-Link is now taking control with a Guardian on top of that for the pulse plan.
Are we gonna see a top 20 this act? I mean, if you want to, I can. Just let me
You get
know.
a freebie there from T-Dog.
There you go. Someone's giving us some love that 135 for a hockey jersey.
Shout out Will.
Here you go. You got Knights just playing again. A little bait and switch with his teammates. Really good shock dart. There's the Alpha.
What just
Knights
happened
for
there?
one.
Observer.
Nice.
Should be there, and yep.
The switch, the switch, the switch.
We just talked about how many players were inserted
Oh
so
god.
far. There's still one at Surus.
That was
Shivers.
what led to. Were you Viper? Is that
I
what
was
happened?
Viper, yeah.
Reduxx
It gives me
trying
shivers
hold
to this
this guy
day.
long. Try to play a little bit of a crossfire with Nismo. That does not work out. And if you're Ambrosia, well, I was going to say you shouldn't.
We are
hanging
farming.
around here. You know
Oh,
that
now
there's
I do have to
two members
say
nearby,
there's a request
but they get caught
in
a
my
moment of
chat, which I
indecision.
might.
And in that moment,
I
Knights will
might
hit two with
do.
the outlaw and give the numbers right back to Cubert.
They're like, if we have a stomp 2-0 and
just
we
gonna walk and
qualify
blow
for
this, right?
playoffs,
Anything you're gonna try to do is
do
just
we do a
block contact,
Tarik
jiggle
stream
swing,
exclusive
jiggle beat,
discount code
trying to sell some sort of fake inside the garage
for the jersey?
for the jersey?
At least now it'll give him a plan.
What do you think?
I think that'd be awesome. What would be the conditions of a 2-0?
Second layer.
2-0. Definitely has to be 2-0.
Rifles are gonna own here once you're gonna play this.
Has to be 2-0.
I guess my only concern would be, what about everyone that already ordered it? Still feel like they missed out. But I guess
I was thinking like 10%.
We're over peaking. We're over peaking.
10%.
Yeah.
10%.
You're
Or
just trying to find some
now
safety.
the
That's
other
what
thing
I'm
I
talking
could
about, the
do,
wall that
which
you can use on the
I have to
post
go back
plant,
and look,
but,
which is cheaper, 10%
it
or
might be a little bit too late
free
here.
shipping.
Definitely feels that way.
Free shipping would probably
Outside of any
cost
potential
no
more.
discount. By the way, I love chat. I love the chat rebellion of saying, don't give a discount. You only want the real fans who paid full price. Distribution in Europe so that you, because like people just aren't ordering stuff from Europe there because the shipping is so high.
Yeah.
So we are looking at a way to get product into Europe so that we can just get it distributed locally because it's just insane how much it costs.
You want here if you're Ambrosia, but you've
That's
got
it's tough, I'm sure.
defensive presence on the site itself, and it just feels like we're kind of in the midst.
It's one of those things where maybe when we go to France, we just have to bring a bunch of stuff on hand.
The Hunter's Fury that had already been popped from
Yes, but just as a normal
leaves
sort of
Cubert on
life
the
thing,
outside looking in.
right? Just to get European fans the opportunity to buy stuff. So we are trying to figure out a way to get merchandise into Europe because you all have poined it out to me that it's a disaster, and I have realized that it is. So we are figuring that out.
Interesting that Welly already falls though.
I still like that bias, Sig.
Over peaking. Hey, Korean last one left. And
Nice little song you got.
Yeah.
Line 2 probably around the corner. Recon dart and bye-bye.
The hardest part about being an owner in esports
Not gonna happen.
is now the wins or losses have a big
I
economic
don't know, man.
impact. It's not just being a fan.
You get full orb going to be collected, and even though Cubert are making noise and showing force, it hasn't been a full commitment as of yet, but as they do, there's the ball for Ambrosio's defense. Really well done. Storm really
Please, Cubert, don't take us to a map 3. I'm begging you, bro. End this 2-0 and let's fucking move on.
Backside of A, all the way back to their spawn.
Yeah, just trying to re-hit it right after, but that was actually quite nice by Glyph. Getting away outside of the radius.
Second plus
of the lane,
Aspas would be
and
wild
also
on a
Welly
team
not
just
shooting
saying,
it, so
Rob.
he can still
Imagine
get,
Aspas to Sentinels
elevation,
that days
control
far
here
away.
against his opponents. Knowing
Nismo
that it
lives
was
in
already
Canada. We
a
might
satellite
have
that
some
was
of
on
the
top of pipes that jumps away. You don't think that there's going to be somebody
depending
on
on where our
so
team
they get
is
a
this
nice
time, we
little
might have
ambush
some
from
of the
the
fewer
beginning here
players
for
come to
Ambrosia
the
side, and they're
main.
forcing
Ooh.
Cubert to plant towards B. There might be
Because at this point, right, we don't know. We might be playing. We might be
until now.
hanging out after we lost.
And we're playing forward though. This
Like, there's a good chance that our players will be at the meet greet now, unless we are playing in the final 3.
Here.
Right.
Well, better than that. All the footstep sounds.
Wait, Scuba? Scuba?
right?
Oh, well, he's going to
Scuba.
Oh, yeah,
maybe just
too.
1.5. But a little bit of a secondary peek from Knights. Again, tallying a little bit more damage. On the other front, though, you're taking a look at Sean Dex, seeing if they can find a way to hit some sort of pinch timing. And that'll work out for
Nice.
one. Shots from Scuba, though, too good for the trade. And now, again, it's down to a 2v2.
Planted it for him a little bit.
In the open, but
Scuba.
Oh, no. Is it planted for
Welly.
him?
And now, all of a sudden,
No, it's not.
Scuba, who is in a really...
Tough.
But... Akron doesn't actually have...
I'm
My
low-key
chat's
down for
saying you should
schedule
play
1.
Counter-Strike.
Could be. I could play CS too. Yeah. Well, I intend on playing CS at some point here because my other friends have been playing CS as well. CS would be fun.
2v3 situation.
I can start scouting for our CS team in
exactly.
ranked.
Works out for a considerable amount of damage, but
I like where Rob's head's at.
What's
We
my
low
thought
key
for the
need
day?
a EU IGL
Thrash
with
will come
fucking
out.
NA
And maybe
fraggers.
some of the resistance for Ambrosia trying to play forward on
This is
day.
like a plan for Tarik for 2026.
rotating over.
Figure out.
If Welly
But imagine a
finds
Sentinel
one,
CS team, chat. Like, how hype would that fucking be,
Try
dude?
to help re-clear this, but it's going to be a long play.
Like,
for
just the thought of it is
Ambrosia.
hype, but it's like,
Clean out
I don't know
middle,
if I'm
clean
just
out
like,
long.
I'm just like,
it needs to move faster than this, and this is taking too long.
And especially now that
I
the
don't know.
Thrash second wave is out as well, they're
I don't
just
know
in a
if
good
I
spot
don't
here to
know.
delay even more. And that double flank that we were talking about before, it's way too long.
Bro wants another thing to watch party so badly. I mean, to be fair, if I wanted to watch party more, I would start watching the Rivals team.
But again, this is taking too long from the back.
Yeah, my goal is to have enough Sentinels teams so I can watch party every single day.
Sin City Classic, that is an idea that maybe Cubert play in Sin City Classic this year. So people can see them play against Tier 1.
Yeah.
But the question is, it's unclear how many of the players will get signed by someone.
It just gets annoying when something's repetitive, but yeah.
They just need to continue to.
Because it's always on A also, right?
The gap that they currently have built so far against Cubert Academy.
Well, opening exchange over towards B long. Hunter's Fury to follow, and Welly will connect on this, but that is a key offensive player.
They're trying to shoot back.
And on top of that, Satellite also scales a little bit deeper on the defense at A. So
what about a Sun City Academy version? What do you mean?
Like a little bit more out the window as the stealth drone tries to push out. Doesn't actually connect on to Knights. So maybe a chance to find an angle, but there's, plenty of support here for Ambrosia to hold on to the B site.
Yeah, and I think it also saw Scuba, even though it didn't get the suppress.
Bring Tens out of retirement, put him on your CS team.
They're now being snuffed out, but the wall saves them for a bit.
Ain't no shot.
But you won't.
Tens is trying to compete again.
Wait, Tarik, a lot of love for you and Stewie to make a comeback.
Yeah, Sentinel Stewie would be. Stewie would be very on brand for Sentinels. We made the Dodgers. Chad, did you guys know that the LA Dodgers were the Brooklyn Dodgers at some point? Nice, what a play. You guys do that? Shit. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't grow up on sports at all, so I feel like I'm just like a fucking child entering the scene.
I mean, it kind of shows as to, okay, it was the first time we saw this
Their
type
entire
of
team is here. Can we actually rotate to A?
Now it's like, this is just practice
Would
runs
be
for
good,
Cubert Academy because it's almost a similar composition with the exception of Ateo instead.
I haven't seen 42.
On the side of Nismo
Because like
and,
Knights is
John
hanging out.
But the TPs on yellow
hanging out on mid,
so much value for Cubert Academy for the opener into Satellite.
We're just kind of sitting here.
So we're gonna execute.
Well, here comes what looks to be the execution on to B. A little bit of spray coming through from Ambrosia's defense, not connecting though.
The football team's called the New York Football Giants.
What is happening? Wait, Knights popping off with
on the lurk.
Finding long range shots
we gonna
with the Sheriff.
Yep.
That'll work out for 2. And
Ah.
I just don't know what you do here. I mean, you're
And Scuba Knights. Wait, everybody got a gun except for T-Dog.
Yeah, the credits aren't
Oh
necessarily
no, I guess Nismo always had a
The
stand.
San Francisco
The other
Giants
guys
were the
got
New York
guns, too.
may not
Giants.
be able to afford. It just comes down to Big Korean can find some sort of an opener because he does have the Armageddon now.
Oh, I see.
Salvo first. If you can find another, maybe a chance at this. Well, he not gonna give up
When a
the
dude becomes friends with other
Yeah,
dudes that watch
Lakers came
sports, they
from
become
Minnesota,
experts in
the
the
Dodgers
month.
came from Brooklyn, the Rams came from...
But now, well, he's found an elimination, and that makes things maybe more.
My Yankees or Mets fan? If I was to pick, I would pick
Not
Yankees.
enough time to go for it.
But like, I don't have a reason for why.
respect
It's
if
just
you
like
really
it's just
wanna
that
try to
team.
go
I
for
feel
it,
like.
and
You're sitting there like, hey, we're throwing some pretty decent clearing utility at this, and we're still not getting out of position.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Armageddon comes
Wow.
through to give Satellite a second chance.
Armageddon.
Oh, you
wow.
overextended. Nice trade.
Okay.
We lost 2.
That was nice from Reduxx to run behind the Armageddon.
The
and just fight
Armageddon
back
into the
against
op
Satellite
is kind of a
did not really allow
disaster.
Ambrosia to run
They
away
just
with the
funnel you
advantage
out
in
so the
the
guy
very
can
beginning.
shoot you.
So a big battle
Being a
plan from
Cowboys
from
fan is
Reduxx.
depressing. What about the Buffalo Bills? Isn't that the
Looks
most
like he
depressing
doesn't wanna
team to
fully commit
support?
yet. He wants to wait for his team so they can maybe go for a high-low off the rope in the orb.
Don't they choke in the
Really,
Super
if
Bowl
he's
every
playing
time?
this Solo in a 1v1, he should be able to win it. But now you
Or
have
something like
3 players
that?
grouping up. Might be a little bit more difficult now.
Footsteps come through. Here's the first check. Wide
Reduxx.
is the running peak for Reduxx. No chance for Welly to hold his ground. So now the Viper's Pit coming through almost as a desperation measure. Trying to
They
push
choked
back
4
the
Super
Cubert
Bowls in a
offense.
row.
And it
I mean,
will
that's pretty
take
bad, no?
25
Made
seconds
to
for the
be
clock.
15 seconds or 10?
Yeah, they're going to teleport over.
Definitely
B.
more than
Everyone else
10.
could take the long route.
But he's
and
got Omen
actually
TP.
pre-plant.
Oh, good point.
So
And look at what they have here on the pulse plant. They still have.
Oh yeah, the
a
Omen
pit for
TP
the-
just kind of
for the
neutralizes
B
all
side
that.
and a paranoia.
Chat, is it better to pretend I know ball or just admit I don't know ball?
You're just hoping that the
Or
salvos
pretend
are
I
gonna
know
come
ball
back
or admit I don't know
fairly
ball?
soon by the time you make it back into the site.
Can also maybe
Pretend
toss
I know?
it
I think it's better to pretend I know because it's fun here.
Yeah.
But here we go. Presence has been found. Paranoia.
Pretend because everyone does it anyway.
Forward finds the first, but trade is there.
I feel like it's low-key a fake it till you make it. Like if I speak, oh my god, Scuba again. Scuba super fan, you still there? All of my thoughts are original, I fear. Bang.
Over towards the front, but Satellite doesn't even come close to hitting anything.
Oh.
Now
Oh my
Adrian is
God!
playing a little bit of a timing peak. We'll
got one.
at least get one in response.
I know ball, bro.
Nismo was snappy
The
there.
old man still's got it for the side of Nismo. I don't even know why I call him old. I'm like probably double his age still, but nonetheless, you're gonna stop the bleeding here from the. Oh,
Holy
wait. Okay,
shit.
now you're gonna start the bleeding.
Wait, the guy
Unless
was
it's Marshall. It does a 101, but now that he's escaped,
We're
everything should be
good.
fine here on the pulse plan.
How's the stream been, my part-timer? Lakers starters?
You just mentioned it before here.
Lakers starters.
In terms
AR,
of what Ambrosia could
LBJ,
do in mid-rounding or whatnot.
Luka.
I think it's just
But new challenge comes through.
Yeah, Austin Reeves gives me narrate vibes, low-key.
And Cliff, I will say, is relatively lucky to be alive. The opening shots are going to be guaranteed a first blood, but not the case. We stay 5v5.
Yeah.
Stealth drone will re-clear
Just a
out
freaky
through
white boy.
terrain.
He missed 3 open threes last game.
This killing of the noise will
Dude,
eventually
that
do
there, I don't know
wonders.
which game it was, but LeBron hit 3 threes in a row.
still
I started
both
freaking out,
snipers
dude.
playing against each other for that
There was a couple
combat
games
in
ago.
middle.
He hit 3 threes in a row. No
Virtually
joke. I started freaking out. I started tweaking. I checked my heart rate.
Here comes the contact Nisbel for the first. And now Knights can get right back to work over through mid.
Was it game 3?
And
It might have
this
been game
timing-
3. Yeah, it was game 3 because it was during the
so
day.
deadly.
Good lurk.
Welly
Is anyone here watching the game in the
denied
chat?
Fury. Cubert finding every single kill over the top of the B site on top of that, and yeah, there's just nothing Satellite can do.
Send
besides
5
run away and
guys to
pull
try
this
and get
off.
to his gun.
But you see where it falls apart.
Look at
So
that.
when they first get the contact of a push down towards
Get him.
Pipes, and the jump spot came from Shondex.
Holy
they
shit, look
saw,
at the
I think,
minimap.
at least, like, 2
Because they don't
players
have
down.
any money,
But
so this
Cubert
is
had
like
3
5
players
guys
trying
just
fight
swarming
for
to try and
mid
kill
control.
him. Because
So you're starting to
this
see
gun,
that
without this gun,
see
they're
that,
kind of doomed.
What's up, Daddy Patty?
Towards that spot. They have a beautiful,
We got him.
3 players
Surely.
trying to crunch in at that.
By the way,
moment,
wasn't
but
the
you're
most
not
wild
playing
play
as
of all
soft there on
time
that
last
side.
week where
I mean, maybe you got
Zekin
unlucky
gets
as
the
soon as you went
kill
for
with the
Jubilee, you got
shorty, then
immediately,
picks back up the
deleted.
op?
Yeah, that was insane. I remember. I
other side of
remember.
things, though,
I think the play from
But
But how
backside
often do
B
you
was-
kill with the
Back to
shorty
the
first and the
action,
op
which
second
assumes
versus you
he's
kill someone with the op,
playing
then you
for
dash
Satellite.
in with the shorty?
Really well done with
Yeah.
Stealth.
That
was pretty
Kind of a
wild.
combination
Backside
of
B,
the
which one was
aggressive
that?
play allows
Dexterity?
Ambrosia with
Wait, they have no guns, but
weakened
they got
utility
2
and
kills with their
armory.
2
I
guns.
don't remember. I have to get reminded of it, how it went.
And to
but-
not sound like a broken record, let's just see how this round is.
He had
What
to
is
drop.
this?
Well, he had to put the op down because he pulled out the shorty, and then he got the op.
Oh, when he
Had
killed 2 in the smoke with a shorty. Oh yeah, the backside B one was good too. Yeah, where he got 2 kills in the shorty inside the smoke. I
Convert a nice little thrifty.
don't know if you remember
Yeah.
that one where he was
Yeah, no.
inside the smoke and backside
looks
B, and then he
really
killed
nice
2
here
guys
for
with
Ambrosia. This is
inside the
exactly what you
smoke.
need to start
Yeah, I
kind of
remember.
combating the last handful of rounds, change the patterns of the trends, and show us that, yeah, you are still getting a good read on what exactly Cubert is doing. Nice couple of
And then
trades
he
here, but
dashed stairs and
nowhere to
180
go.
killed with the outlaw.
Okay.
I get bored.
I think that was a swing
Oh
coming out
shit.
here from.
I don't know if I get bored. Really, I'm not really ever bored. I don't think I am, at least.
Yeah, that would have
I
been
mean,
an amazing first blood for
if
Cliff.
Rob wasn't here, actually, I would just be
Not
talking to
able
you
finish the
guys.
job.
Because this match is not super interesting because it's regular
Nice, and then
season.
the follow-up spam from Welly is
But
good.
it's fun
Now
to just
you've got
talk
the
over it.
plant down, but
It's
a
like
lockdown
baseball.
is through
I already
for
said it.
defense. Attack will try to counter with one of their
Stop
own
flexing.
diagram over
Holy
the top
fuck.
of the B site. Snake bite down. Satellite still trying to play off this pinch. Has to wait for the lockdown to expire. Nismo with the check.
It's like baseball.
And Satellite will punish. Now the numbers 5v2.
I went 2-0
The
on
only
Tilt on the
real
stream. The
ally
wins aren't
here
even
for
good.
Cubert
Yeah, that was a bad day of
would
rank
be
the other
blocked,
day.
But yeah,
Reduxx.
Reduxx. Wait, a second, he was detained and he's still
Scuba?
finding
No.
kills.
Am I actually done with Elden Ring? Like, did I beat it? No, I
Important round
quit.
here, though.
I don't think I can beat Elden
Take a
Ring.
late
I just
half
I don't think I can, man. I don't think I can learn what I learned again.
Being able to see some
I'm sorry. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't have the
What a
confidence.
leap that is, and
They
just
finally
simply
started
put,
shooting back.
connects the one tap,
No, you guys don't
changes things
understand,
up,
bro. You
Satellite
guys don't
in trouble.
understand.
Only has the
There you go, I
clouds
jinxed him.
available to try to get away, but Knights able to confirm the response.
Kai Sinat beat it and you can't?
Before early.
I'm not a gamer, bro. I'm not a gamer.
Someone suggested they wanted free cheesesteak shipping worldwide if it's pure win. That's a
Oh my
lame.
God.
One, because you're too far away, and 2, there's no util or aggressive pushes coming out from Glyph that allows for you to activate.
I'm
with
more
the
of a
front
gamer
end.
than
So you're gonna
Kai.
start using it
Crazy,
for the
crazy
retake here.
take.
So you
I don't
see
think
how
I am.
Passively, they're playing on the side.
Kai
here
has
of
probably
Glyph,
played
playing
10 times the
forward
amount of
towards
games I've
Snowman,
played.
trying to peek
Crazy
potentially
take, I don't think I
off
am.
Snowman itself to try to look back towards green.
I've
But
only
if not
played like
outside of
2 or
that,
3 games
you're
a lot.
hoping that Cubert Academy
He
is
plays
your
like a
fan
lot of different
their attack
games.
side.
I've played like
Not
2 or
play
3
back on the
games
pulse plan towards green. You have
and
to
just
play within the
maxed
site.
out.
If you know here and you're hitting tab, and you know that Acreon has the Armageddon to work with, and look at their position, so they are ready.
Dude,
to
you
fight
are
this.
getting old. You become part of Boomer. What? This is not about being a boomer, bro. This is just my personality. But that's why today I'm gonna play Schedule 1 and try to sell some drugs. Maybe we'll see.
This post plant being set up over towards yellow is going to be difficult to find.
Kai isn't a
Comes
gamer.
through, everyone's
He's
gonna
just a
stay
gamer for
alive
the
through
fashion.
that, and
What
on
does that
top of
mean?
it, the double peek comes through.
I think he's a gamer.
Allows him
I don't
to be able
know.
to come out.
I'm not sure.
So now it's just down to everything.
And he
from
plays a lot of
1
different
here,
games.
3v4 situation, probably 3v3 situation. But the long peek from Knights forced out by utility. But
the thing is, people expect me to be a pro gamer in these games. I don't play these games, bro.
Crossover through the dark cover before it expands. This is just taking, again, it's a lot of time for Ambrosia, and Scuba gets one, gets away.
We don't? You don't?
Scuba super fan, put your hand up.
Gamers are gamers no matter how many games they've played or specific genres. No, we have to gatekeep the gamer term, bro. We can't just let anyone be a gamer.
Oh, the Red Bull
I'm not a gamer. We can't just let anyone be a gamer. We should gatekeep.
The map that you look to Ambrosia and say they have been good.
What, Red Bull didn't ship to who?
Biggest test at this point. Nice
the
shot
Red Bull
from
didn't
Satellite.
ship.
Barely
Is that
able
true?
to find the top
We'll
of
see.
his head.
Maybe the person
Now
moved.
the combination of the operator, a chance to still put some presence here at mid.
Give Ali's in the chat today.
Tarik, when do you play ranked? Not today, bro. Today we're doing variety. The chat has me fucking handcuffed. I don't even know how we got on this variety topic, but maybe we should do it. It's better for us.
The respect for the
It's better for us, honestly. Sometimes the things you don't want to do are better for you.
We'll have Cubert resetting and looking to go A.
I'm just surprised here that we're not leveraging smokes yet from the Omen to.
Do I really want to play Val? Honestly, no. I don't even want to play Valorant.
As mentioned before.
I'm just gonna get fucking stream sniped.
I will get the stream title and post cleaned up.
But Ambrosia is still
The moment variety comes, I leave. I expect half of you to leave, bro. Keep it a straight stack.
You don't really have the best ults to work with either for to allow this retake to happen. And after that ult coming out on the attack side, they know that the A side's pure for a plant.
I just need Cubert to close this shit out.
Will come through, and
You are like a manic bipolar when you try to make decisions.
I don't know if there was just
Manic
bipolar.
bipolar. What'd you call me?
That's enough for another kill to come out, and now numbers for Ambrosia.
Oh,
fall down. Good information from Akrian, but only gets the first. Satellite
oh my god.
Suppressed, and this could possibly lead to a huge mixy battle right on top of the spike itself. Reduxx, Nismo. Well, really, it is Reduxx. Last one left. Spam shots work out, but take one off the spike.
Dude, it's not even about what games I like. I will like any game.
Does he see Satellite over the top? He does. And now it's just out of the 1v1.
Oh my god.
Shondex has to play forward.
Oh, time? He's got it, I think.
Quite easily.
So it'll only be after the game is over?
It'll only be tonight.
Peeking it out right.
If we win this map.
Oh, okay.
We gotta win this
what if
map.
we lose this map?
Then no. Then they gotta pay double.
And there may be
10% off only here,
but no.
Then the price goes up, actually.
Exactly.
Sheriff angle here for Shondex.
Okay. Okay, we'll take what we can.
For you.
We'll take
It's always better for you. More content is always better.
Still just gonna try to force the fight
Nice. Okay, that was good for chat.
That's a good start.
But the spike will go
Good
down.
start with the pistol.
This is where the
after the anti-eco, I have to run. But that happened anyway.
3 versus 1, we've seen. I was gonna say many.
10% is just the tax, not a discount. What is wrong with your chat?
I don't know if you.
No.
By the way,
don't read the rage
now we've
baiters.
come full safe. Now we come full. See, I shouldn't even have offered them a discount code.
No. There's always gonna be someone talking some smack. That's the internet.
Definitely has.
You never know when people are loyal. Like I have people sometimes say, "I'm thinking about getting a Sentinels tattoo," and then I sent them like a windbreaker.
There's the salvo out. T-Dog back on for the defuse, and yep.
What was it we did on the chat with you the one time?
Where
you, if people shaved their head during first Sentinels,
dude, I can't believe that one.
When 10 people shaved their head.
10 people shaved their head. What do we give them again?
5? A jersey.
Oh my god. We said the first 10 to shave their heads. We got videos in minutes.
Yes.
Stealth drone
first, and they did it. You were shocked.
I was shocked because that's
also
insane.
All of the offensive utility coming out for Glyph.
You love your hair too much. But see, like people like me, like you have like kind of a half broken head of hair. You're like, let me just shave it as a good excuse to finally clean it up. I do use jerseys as currency. That's true. Because that way it reinforces your fandom.
Yeah, so far so
you
good.
Rep Sentinels in your jersey.
To work with 2 on the long range from belt. That Tail's still alive.
Nice. Uh-oh, Scuba's dead.
Tail's dead.
Shots trade.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
Scuba dead. Nismo's got to pick it up here.
The defense trying to create enough space to hop on for the defuse. Knights will get on halfway, but Glyph finds one. Now Knights has to make a decision.
He's not going to get it.
Oh, yes, man.
You don't really need to the sage wall. You just try to find your timings. You get the salvos across.
Unfollowing. How do they know that? Because I took a picture of my feet on my Instagram story.
Outburst maybe from satellite, and that's already good enough for you to have.
My friend flamed the fuck out of me. Not my real feet, just my
This will
sneakers.
be one of those. You hope the 2-2 split can work out. Good flash.
Bro, those shoes are crusty as fuck. Bro, I don't need to be fucking further roasted. I already got roasted for the socks.
Nanostorm already spent. Sentry turret just getting
Cubert and Reduxx
being
and
a little
Nismo.
bit of a bodyguard here for the defense, but time is running low. Salvo out. Snakebite also at the ready.
Get new kicks, what the fuck?
In terms of utility is
I need some running sneakers. Oh god.
it works.
Tarik, somebody inspired by the fact it's a Cubert match asked if they can get a Cubert tattoo, which of course I say
Was that classify?
Buy a KO knife at first, and now buy bullets from Reduxx. Drop it.
My entire wardrobe is
That was
Costco.
a one.
That Kirkland drink. That Kirkland. I can't talk. That Kirkland drip.
Of the stealth drone that they might have left for Ambrosia here for a hit.
Thirsty, huh? I need water for real.
Yeah, I was about to say down for Ambrosia as if they're
Chat,
trying to
I posted on my Instagram story. I ran 2 miles, 9 minutes and 30 seconds per mile, and a lot of the replies are people just roasting me for running slow. Are they just haters?
We'll see if I'm good or bad luck.
That Ambrosia have kind of snuck their way on to A? They may not, but yeah, this sound cue will give them the information. Just no one committing into the site.
Dude, I was fucking dying. 9 minutes and 30 seconds a mile for 2 miles. I was fucking. Bro, I mean, I wasn't dead, but I was dying.
They have the Sobalt.
Gives them a chance, but T-Dog
T-Dog's
just trying to get the utility on. For
Someone said on my other story of my run, they said, dude, you're running that fucking slow. Are you jacking off every 10 seconds? All right, sounds good. 2-0 and we get the coupon code, yeah?
2-0 coupon code.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for it. All right, Rob, take care.
Yep, if you're Ambrosia,
07 to Rob chat.
Your 50 seconds already left on the clock. You really can't fiddle around with killing noise. You're going to have to commit to something, and it may be off of what Shondex can grab out of
What was I
a solo
saying?
mission.
Did anyone hear a runner?
I think right now what Shondex should do is sell that fake towards that B.
Should I work on running longer or running faster? What's more important?
Boxes to come back up. And then maybe you could start opening things up with the Hunter's Fury. When you're able to do that right after, then
longer,
then you have Armageddon, salvos, and that should be the game plan. So the mid-round call is Shondex.
All right.
What can you do?
I thought running faster would be more like impressive, but watch the game, bro. Fuck the game. I'm just kidding. It's actually a close game.
Looking pretty decent, but this route may work out for Shondex, but Scuba.
Why is chat an expert on everything? The thing is, we got about fucking 40,000 people here. There must be at least like 100 people that know what they're talking about.
Tried for it, pops off.
Even if most of you are trolls, if you guys repeat the right message, it'll make sense.
Cubert will take a 9th round for
40,000? How many viewers we got? I'm just kidding. Thank you for the raid, bro. Hey, shout out Suck a Dick Esports. Shout out Sad Esports, bro. Appreciate the raid, dude. Hey, that's some real ass shit out of you guys. You guys keep doing what the fuck you're doing over there.
Cubert have definitely had an edge.
Thank you, baby boy. I fuck with you guys. Not heavy, but a little bit. The same way I fuck with the Dodgers.
Salvage something out of that, and immediately.
How does that make sense? I've only seen them play once.
They peaked too early on that belt, and you saw the TP from Reduxx.
I fuck with you too.
A nice little shot,
dude. I just feel like.
Now, thankfully, though, you're playing soft side for Cubert.
I fuck with you guys more than you know. More than you think I fuck with you. But I don't know if you believe me. And the reason I fuck with you is because you fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm keeping a straight stack, dude.
Well, suppression comes through.
That makes sense or no? We're getting fucked on.
We're just gonna stick forward onto this. Seeing if they can just keep Nismo.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you,
They're
Suck
also
a Dick
trying to find a
Esports.
couple of exit eliminations, and yeah, really good stuff here from Ambrosia on this execute. Knight's still hanging around though. And honestly, so is Nismo. Okay, finally he tried.
Yeah, we feel a parasocial stuff about.
Maybe there's a chance.
Well, think about it, chat. If I'm parasocial with you, you're less likely to be parasocial with me. If I make the first move on you, then you ain't gonna make any moves on me. Think about it, dude.
I agree.
Fury, Armageddon.
Does that make sense or no?
This round here for Cubert Academy.
Stealth drone out.
Rob just left and little bro is tripping.
Voluntarily, there's the paranoia. Good reveal on the flip side of this. Still allows Cliff to get your first one. Go ahead. Still not enough comfort here to get the spike down, so you're going to get the Armageddon out. This could get weird, but nice teleport from Reduxx.
I'm in elusive Aquarius. The fuck does that mean?
Not able to dance with death for too long, though.
We're gonna lose this match. So help me God, we go map 3. Hey, is any who in the chat is gonna use a 10% code if we actually 2-0 this shit? Okay, look, if we do actually win 2-0, I need at least 5 of you to use the code though. So we need to, because then it looks bad on me, bro. So we need to figure out 5 people in the chat that are gonna use the code and we can account on them.
Knights in the corner.
At least 5 of you.
Doesn't look left, doesn't scan all the way.
So we need to single out some people that are gonna use it.
And that changes things.
Looney, you already got one coming your way. I don't know if it's the hockey one, but something. Oh, fuck. We might not even get the code.
Numbers advantage now for Ambrosia, but T-Dog trying to break a bit of a timing.
Wait, chat, low-key, should I just start ordering hockey jerseys so it looks like sales are good? Just start buying like 3-5 a day.
Follow up.
3 to 5 a day.
Still coming through, but Ambrosia with the numbers and Shondex.
Just reinvest some of my salary back into the jerseys.
And Ambrosia get themselves to 11.
Gonna be more players moving across.
Was it 250? I don't remember.
That space.
It was something high though. And I'm pretty sure his mom was his girl.
And the knife gets thrown instantly too, so they know that the KO is playing close
But
on that side.
it worked.
So
He scammed me.
now started pulling rotates on this side. It's now up to Shondex to try to find info towards the A side again.
Like I don't think we were talking to his real mom. I think it might have been his girl.
Yeah, now you're moving a little bit more quickly with more time in the pocket.
Why did I give him 250? Because he said he couldn't afford a headset.
Sort of fell down into shambles.
Thought I was doing a good thing for the community. Next thing I know, he's high as fuck in my games.
Yeah, now they know.
A lockdown in pit, using it.
Why not? T-Dog will get a chance at this, but maybe misses a window. Mosh Pit will go down to block off the default.
He plays Valorant ranked. You think he had a girl? I know you don't have a girl, Yum.
Keep him covered.
I don't know about him, but I know you don't have a girl.
Is there any sort of a follow-up is the question, and no, there's not.
I actually do? Bull fucking shit, bro.
And then stepping a little bit deeper. Really well done. Knight's the last one left. Still with the Sheriff.
Post a pic of you holding hands right now.
Opening first blood fights have
Play CS with Ludwig? Nah, I ain't playing with Ludwig. All his highlights are him killing his teammates. I'm not. If I get TK by Ludwig, no joke, I'll leave.
Maybe, but there is a crossfire setup waiting for this peak.
Yeah, comes down to the turret and also on T-Dog. And if not, off the orb when it gets popped here on the attack side.
Yeah. Bold play. There's a reveal on the Knights.
That would require you messaging one of them. We know you are too lazy to do that. You guys think I'm actually lazy?
Thought about the paranoia, puts it away. Now that they're cover, trying to just hold off any quick play, but now Reduxx will be isolated. Yeah, the team shot's just too strong.
Nah.
And a 4v3 here for Ambrosia, trying to put this one away.
I love the slowdown from Ambrosia.
Maybe unmotivated.
So popping up the smoke, walking through and walking back, thinking that somebody was going to push down, and he immediately punished Reduxx.
You aren't lazy, you're just too comfortable. Bro, I work hard every day. I know it's hard to believe.
Same can be said for Nismo. But they get a good look here with 30 seconds remaining on.
But it might just not be on the stream in particular.
Here for Nismo. That knife will reveal that everyone is here. Fragment's still at the ready. Double flash is still at the ready. Little bounce off the wall. Thrash in the mix.
Wait.
Able to find the first. Hold on a second. This is still very doable here for Cubert.
Your hands are Charmin soft, brother.
Place of contest to make sure the spike doesn't get down.
10 seconds left.
Get to use the salvos.
Oh, what a flash.
These hands are not Charmin soft.
Ult that's left allows.
I weighed myself this morning. I weigh 182.
And maybe
is that good? 182, 215 for 3. It's got to be good, right?
As you see here for the rest of the teams, it's Ambrosia still has a bit to work with before they proc up some very important ults.
Pounds.
Yeah.
How tall am I? My real height or my online height?
Information off those little jump peaks, but
satellite. Fuck, I can't give away my real height.
And that is off to the races.
Just guesstimate.
For Ambrosia's attack. And there really are not the same amount of tools here for Cubert to try to stop this spike plan, although that is some.
What's online height? Well, online I talk like I'm 6'5". In person I get a little shorter.
That's huge. Armageddon.
But I can't say how much shorter.
They can actually flood retake this for Cubert, and it's hard to hold with satellite with an op only as well.
Yeah, damage spam coming through. Trades come out. Shondex, good read.
Oh no, we lost.
Fuck!
The there goes the coupon code. Damn it!
Down to minimal amounts of HP here, with the decay becoming a major problem. There's the toggle. Scuba stepping forward. No, Glyph meets him with the classic. And
everyone, be sad
on their map selection.
Scuba and Reduxx, because Scuba is my smoker on this map. When I'm thinking about again, somebody amazing on an Omen or on an Astra.
T-shirt. I've tried that too. I'm gonna have to go back to the T-shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
Starts off on the defensive side, and Ambrosia going for the full hit. And forcing now with this comp, I mean, that's what I've always mentioned before. You're forced to play the retake.
What a shot, though, from Nice.
I'm too lazy for nice hair. It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't know how to do it.
Profit. Every single kill go their way. That is.
See how he gets
I imagine he'll be fine. Later. Oh. Whoa. Awkward animation there. Trying to dash away. It's fine. 1 for 1. But that is an outlaw retrieve for Shondex.
That's a big gun.
Yep, for Ambrosia to just back away with it.
Look at the rest of the buy, though, for Cubert Academy.
Tarik, you might not want to, but I buzzed my hair and I started taking care of my hair and it grew back so much better.
To slow things down for a bit and leverage satellite.
Cubert's all one shot to this outlaw.
To try to open things up.
Well, the defense.
Wait, really, Tessellate?
Very aggressively here on the corner. Fragment will.
What do I? Then how will I make my hair? What do I do on the days I don't wash it? It's just like it's just so fucking messy.
Outlaw to connect, and Cubert are now stuck in the back of the site. So much info being tossed their direction. Nismo just trying to hold on as best he can to this dark cover. Spam shots largely avoided, but he does get tagged. But the spike is not going to commit yet. And honestly, Nismo, good flash, but cannot connect onto it. Reduxx only gets one. Has a judge to work with, maybe a chance to clear out this corner. A little bit of damage. Scuba on the way.
Your hair should last more than one day. If you don't, you gotta change
1v3
products.
for Scuba's gonna be difficult to manage here.
Fuck, I feel like I'm doing all this wrong, and we're getting eco too.
He's been good in these spots.
This hair thing's an issue, bro. The worst part is, I feel like
but I think he might
I've caused my hair to like regress through like bad care. Like I feel like my hairline or my hair wouldn't have like I wouldn't have lost so much if I took better care of it. I think. I don't know.
Good follow up here for Ambrosia. Just able to punish on the Knights. Just
like too much shampoo, conditioner, bad products.
Everything stays quiet, so you're playing double initiator, able to find that util.
Chandek's
information off the drone that just got put out.
Wait, let me see Dalton's profile picture.
But yeah, that's losing a gun.
Holy fuck, Dalton.
Yep. Oh, and Knights uses it perfectly on the follow-up for a second.
Bro's got some luscious locks, eh?
But how about this? A little bit of a deep play coming through for Glyph. Now in the rotation back over. Yeah.
30 seconds
T-Dog, no way he can stand tall in the mix of what is a dimensional drift response over towards A, and tough timing there for Nismo again.
Kinchi, let me see your hair. I don't believe you.
Last one left, 1v3. Spike will be applied today.
Be safe towards the end. I don't think Scuba in another scenario here on the 1 versus 3, but this
yeah,
time
I should ask the girls honestly for advice. I agree.
But it started off really good here for Knights. A solo walk up here towards B main. Very difficult
ask
for you
Saucy
to
for
try
hair
to
advice.
Get B main control unless you're good on your shot.
And it's just forcing Cubert to play from deeper in towards the site. Knights looking for a pick through mid, but nothing there.
This guy's saying get married, let your wife fix you. Hopefully I'm fixed before I get married.
Nowhere to go.
Or not fixed, but who are you? I'm not even broken. What are you trying to say, bro?
No punish coming out from heaven either. So closing this door, trying to see if you could catch some players off guard as they're trying to plat. So you see these wall bangs come through, but we seem to be in a good position here for Ambrosia.
All right, we should probably watch the game, dude. If the Cubert players come back and watch the VOD of this match,
well,
they're gonna tell me to suck a dick.
3 for him. Knights.
But if we lose,
he has to try to navigate in and around all the explosive utility from Acreon, and there's just no way he plays this. So, in terms of how start is concerned, this has looked really nice.
Tarik, look at my hair. Link it, Kinchi.
Is middle control from Zekid in the past too on the VCTs, and Knights doing that just right now with the Blade Storm. And
Dots head ass. So wait, Tyler, what do you mean Dots head ass?
We'll have to see later
my audience is young, bro. If you're under the age of 18, close your fucking ears. What should I say, dude?
Middle, so you don't really allow here Ambrosia to default on this 1-3-1.
What happened to not giving out personal info? That's probably the most personal thing I've shared.
Drop.
Not really, but
gonna play a little bit deeper here. Satellite.
If you have to say, is it TMI? It is.
Well, this has worked out nicely for the side of Cubert.
Damn.
And I kind of like this a little bit more in terms of like what Ambrosia are attempting to do, which is largely kind of feel things out with like low utility checks with like 2-3 members. So instead of trying to just sneak through that utility, why not just kind of hold a more passive angle and see if you can catch someone over peaking? That's worked out nicely to this point.
30 seconds left.
All nice baits and switches towards the end. That was very clean by Cubert Academy.
Nah. I feel like you're being forced to watch this. Bro, it's my fucking team playing, dude.
You know, a lot of it for Ambrosia has been punishing Cubert for trying to get aggressive defensively. Now all of a sudden you've got Cubert playing a little bit more passively, just exchanging utility, not playing with body.
Seeing this as a New Yorker is crazy.
And they're going to voluntarily kind of give up B main, which is different from what we saw in the first couple of rounds for Cubert.
Yeah. And Knights continue to take the mid control, so when there's no 1-3-1 and you're
what are we doing for variety today? Schedule 1?
That side, that there's a little bit of pressure towards B. I mean, Knights is moving forward here. This could be a big fight towards the middle. Just got spotted.
Well, the thing about it is he doesn't need to do much else. I mean, the Armageddon getting pulled
What do you mean we question mark? You guys are leaving? Listen to me very closely, bro. Listen to me very closely. Even if you're not gonna stay for variety, and I fucking mean, you better not close the fucking stream, bro. You better leave that shit. Bro, your PC's fucking on. Leave the fucking stream open, dude. Don't be a bitch, dude. For once in your fucking life, think about it, dude. You've been a bitch up until this point. How about you start changing your ways, dude? One step at a fucking time. Leave the stream open unless you're a bitch.
Yeah, misclick or
no, seriously though, think about it, dude. Your PC's fucking on. Why are you closing the stream?
Regardless,
you guys should make your homepage on your browser my fucking Twitch.
I mean, we're down to 25 seconds. Paranoia gets tossed to B.
When your browser's open, this page is open. I'm leaving because you call me a bitch? Well, because you are one.
Able to find a
the truth hurts, huh?
Blood on tonight. So Nismo's got to hold his ground from inside the site. Flash off the wall. Doesn't really get much in terms of any sort of effectiveness. And yeah, I agree. It's too clean on it. Scuba can only find one from inside, and a late execute for Ambrosia looks good.
Yeah,
muted stream doesn't count as a view. It does.
His fragment as well.
Actually, I don't know for sure.
Up
hit the gym more. I don't think you understand how hard I worked out today. I'm actually sick to my stomach. I felt like I was in the gym for 5 hours, dude.
At least Nice is back with a knock, and he's gonna try to use it towards B main. And even this wall is not gonna do too much because he has a free line. This should be.
Why are we having this convo?
And it is.
Well, we ain't watching the game
this time, but look over towards A. Glyph was looking right below.
Bro, you are the most important thing to me. I leave my family to watch the stream. There you go, bro. That's more like it, dude. That's more like it, man. Now you get it.
Coincide with the position, and there will be a backup, and everything will be a little bit more normal here day long.
Dude, beyond. No one is watching the game. Why are you analyzing it? Like, I want you to notice not a single person has talked. You're the only one, dude. He said Ambrosia's B main clear is abysmal. Just like, dude.
So by trying to clear out this B site, you won't really see where the op is, though.
Here comes the peak.
Bro.
Shut down by Glyph. Nismo, I think
okay, am I being a dick? No, I'm not being a dick.
Not able to cross success to his satellite connects. And Scuba's got nowhere to go. The Hunter's Fury.
Oh, you're not watching the game. Probably hearing about this.
Here for Ambrosia, leaving Reduxx and Nismo by themselves. Utility is abound, though, especially with the knife to guarantee information, if not suppression.
Try to save that off if you can.
Yeah.
Smoke's about to disappear, and if
he was right with the analysis,
he's gonna move real quick to get it. If not, I mean, this should be a save. There you go. Flying picks it up. That said, though, that was a ballsy play from Mines trying to walk up towards that switch.
Regardless of what's being used, the effectiveness has been strong. Fragment coming out this time, Glyph able to find another one, and yeah, he continues to have a great map 3.
And that's
show my legs. I don't skip leg day.
By Cubert Academy to fight back towards main.
I won't show them because that's TMI, but I don't skip it. Just know that, bro.
Remember when we talked about the timeout that Cubert Academy
Cubert are going to lose? If Cubert lose, I say we raise the price of the jersey.
That was being utilized
the jersey.
from Salvos at the very beginning. But there's a TP across. There's still a flash you got to worry about. And just players swinging through. And unfortunately, Cubert wasn't ready for that. And this might just be another round.
Changing the subject real quick when legs get mentioned. Didn't you see your squad just caught up to bench? Smurfon, are you here every fucking day or something, dude? How you just repeat? That was like 2 weeks ago I said that shit. It's past now.
At worst, you find a death for the Armageddon. At best, you find a kill. And
Smurfon, you haven't typed in weeks, and that's the one comment you say, bro.
With Welly way outside of this play.
No, I machine squatted.
No.
It was 225, so my squad is definitely higher.
We're to give this at least some sort of an effort. That clears out backlog. Nothing there. A little bit of pre-fire over towards B main.
We live in a time where legs are TMI. What happened to this world?
And now Welly can play spoiler, but no. T-Dog finds the elim.
Why are you getting mad about every chatter? Stop it. Don't talk to me right now.
You'll just see this. Well, Cubert getting in towards the dimensional trip for satellite. Awkward timing, but the shotgun works out. Knight's stuck in the back.
What the fuck?
But the shorty still connects for one.
What the fuck? What are we doing?
To give the defense another layer, but doesn't work
oh
out.
No, we look like
not
that great right now. You think the Lakers come back? I mean, I hope so.
No.
I hope for a game 7 at least.
Round that Ambrosia should be feeling really confident in a 4v2 post plant, but
to be honest, they probably lose though.
Over peaking. Why are we over peaking?
Casters?
4v2. Just set up.
Why are the casters tweaking?
Inside the site.
What?
Oh no.
The fuck?
And now the knife also confirms nobody's playing towards B main, so they know that Welly's inside sight somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good protocols here for the last few players.
Oh,
Wow.
First shot good. Follow up not going to.
I don't even watch the NBA. Yes, I do, bro. I know ball.
Missed opportunity.
Ambrosia still did a good job to push everybody back for Cubert Academy all the way back towards the spawn.
Dude, how is that becoming a
Just
pasta
trying to get
though?
the smoke back into M3 towards the spawn so they could maybe go for a split into the B site. But instead, it definitely feels like Glyph is the one trying to just keep them at bay so they could finish towards the A site.
Good clear.
And that's not going to happen.
Scuba.
You're going to probably stop those plans of...
Baba Ganoush? I've had it yet. Will I ever do a baking stream? Brother, I can't even open fucking Counter-Strike. Baking stream is crazy, dude. One step at a time here.
Yeah, you're just trying again to create something out of nothing there. Salvo's out. Knights has the knives at the ready in case he gets pushed. And
oh my god. Oh my god, he's close. He's close.
That's not where you want to be. Yeah, Knights is patience.
Wait, the spam.
Satellite isolated.
He's gonna ace, watch.
And Welly's stuck. Nowhere to go.
I'm gonna say this one time to you, streamer. Don't you fucking dare raise your voice at us chatters. We made you, bitch.
Interesting TP.
Yeah, just behind the salvo. Don't love that if you're Ambrosia. And now Knights gets an opportunity at mid. No worries there. And
just do what the fuck you want to do.
Really
if it was up to me,
first half for Ambrosia, it's going to end in a whimper.
Nah, if it was up to me, I'm not gonna lie. I might be in the fucking pool right now.
And that's
but I'm a responsible adult, dude.
Ambrosia. I would still respect that TP. Oh wait, hold on. Let's hold that thought.
No, not much to hold here.
Yeah, it's a 4v1 now, right?
Yeah, Nismo down, but then up again. Yeah, this is just down to Welly.
Oh my god, 6-6.
So yeah, I think...
We'll see what happens.
Let's watch pistol first.
Nothing too crazy yet. Nice flash coming through. Has Shondex completely crossed up. Satellite trying to get in to contest at least some angle, but yeah, the team shots coming through. Ambrosia still fighting though. Follow up off the paranoia looks decent initially, but can't connect. And all of a sudden, Ambrosia hold at least a helpful advantage in the 2v2. That could work. Stealth thrown out. The reveal is through. Acreon for another. Leaves Scuba to the 1v2. No spike to play with. Plenty of time on the clock, though. And as the dark cover blocks line of sight, Scuba is going to...
Still thinking about it?
Try to pick up the spike cleanly and get to work.
Yeah, and thankfully the last two players fell all the way back towards the spawn, so they didn't hear the pistol fall. So Scuba still is able to play Ninja here and late walk back into the B site. So both Ambrosia players, they're just going to play their numbers, wait for the salvos to come up. So Scuba will definitely have to start activating a little bit more quickly.
30 seconds left.
If not, you're just simply running on time with Ambrosia's salvos still available.
Guys, am I tripping or was Nismo a C9 coach? And then Beyond said they're both...
Well, Scuba's going to give
they're both bald close enough.
Will be revealed for the recon bolt for a moment, but still has the ability with this timing to kind of play off of it. There's a salvo out. First shots are good.
Oh my god.
Welly?
Oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
If I'm in the right headspace, I could drop 25. If I'm not feeling it, I might have 3 kills and pie.
Wow. That got...
You really don't know what you're going to get. That's why I'm a special player.
Here we go, Cubert. Onto the full stinger purchase. Welly holding the back of the
holy
sight.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Guardian just tapping away for 2. Numbers advantage here for Ambrosia's defense.
Me and Acreon used to battle for last in Pro City.
Got to get out of the drone, otherwise you might find yourself impacted, or do you? Wow, Welly. Talk about standing tall. Nismo doing what he can from inside the site. Well, first point good here for Shondex, stopping some aggression from Knights, unassisted.
Guys,
and then
I got word from Rob, big man.
Yeah, this is
since it went to 3 maps,
I mean, again, if you're
they're earning the discount. If we win this match right here, I've negotiated with Rob.
Still,
15% off, and that's not me.
Really kind of setting the tone here
today only, though.
Not allowing
that's today only.
Floods to come through, no matter what the weapons are.
Yep. I mean, they tried for 3 rounds.
Ion, you do not speak for the chat, bro.
Yeah, I say maybe able to take Knights out of the picture, but not the case. And I love this here in Ambrosia.
So Yum 07, why are you here, bro?
Top side of hell.
Leaving Glyph alone.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He's got the Hunter's Fury though for support on one side. Also, you've got initially the Razor to come through.
Dude, Ion, your hate watch has to be studied, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You're here every day hating. I know you fucking love me deep down, but like, please, bro.
Too much on that Hunter's Fury. And now
Yum, you're gonna see me in Toronto. I won't see any of this in person, so do not pull up on me.
Well, numbers holding for now. Cubert taking a little bit of damage on the Reduxx.
I just imagine someone coming to the meet and greet and they're like, I'm Yummo 7. I'm gonna be like, you're Yummo 7?
Got Welly kind of by himself in the start cover. Everyone else is just backing
Where's your
up
girl?
and looking like they're gonna
She ain't here, huh? Interesting.
I'm surprised they don't give this a go, really. With 2 Guardians to mix, I'm really surprised they're not trying to give this any sort of an effort.
But yeah, the main thing is the operator from Satellite as well. Because Satellite...
Wait, Ion 2X is in the chat. Who are you cheering for, Ion?
Yet. So I think on the side of Cubert Academy, or at least on the side of Ambrosia, they don't really... Cubert doesn't really know yet, so they have an opportunity to use it as a surprise within the next round.
You're cheering for Cubert, and that's why you're a real motherfucker right there.
That's a nice little...
Over towards A long, Ambrosia able to stay a little bit further forward here. But yeah, a little flash peek comes through with Satellite,
you bitch!
Deep inside Wine. And that changes everything about how this round may go.
Well, now they know that Satellite's using it off.
You're correct.
Trying to pop flash. I mean, the idea was there. They pop flash under the smoke. They tried to swing out, and as they jumped across it, Satellite was able to avoid the flash.
Wrap this shit up.
Baits it by TPing away.
We need Cubert to win so we can get our 15% code.
Ambrosia has a 2-player advantage, and Cubert Academy has to gamble this split into the B site where they read it correctly, at least for now. The wall is going to engage and rotate across, but they might still find a timing here for Cubert to overtake Shondex towards this B site.
Well, Razor Wire down.
Ranked after?
Feeling a little bit of pressure.
I can't. I gotta do variety.
And this
the kids are getting mad.
Scuba, timing is so good. Finds one. Also forces the Aldrin to be canceled. So that works out nicely here for a bit of a information advantage for Cubert, as they're gonna try to get across. Welly, Odin out, does not spam correctly. Shondex inside the back of the site though. Good damage under the first. Stops the spike from being planted, but the trade is there. And now Nismo should be comfortable enough to hold this. Just comes down to how much could Scuba grab. Oh, he gets one luckily through the paranoia, but Glyph for the trade. Nismo by himself, and Glyph continues to tee off.
What's happening? Is Ambrosia a good team? I'm extremely well versed now. I literally know all the rules of baseball.
And again, this is what the 4th time that Scuba tries to go for a late lurk.
What's the shortstop? It's the guy in between the bases.
The attack and gets denied.
And now Cubert are trying to see if they can catch any of this by surprise. But the
name of teams in the last finals: Yankees, Dodgers. What's a grand slam?
Salvo.
You have one guy on each base. You hit a home run. How many innings?
And
9.
On the other side of the map, Reduxx
what's an RBI? All right, don't make shit up, bro.
So it's down to Knights. Yeah, the isolation is here. Just kind of playing with their food. Nice snap from Knights, but once again, just too much to deal with. Leaving Reduxx by himself, and there's just nowhere to go.
Schedule 1 will actually be a demonstration of what would have happened if pro gaming didn't work out for me. Then this is probably where I would have ended up, sadly enough. So it'd actually be like very real.
Well, this is kind of the game here, Grand Silly. Knives are out. Knights turns it into 1. Satellite misses his opening shot, and the suppression comes through. Salvo to follow up. Quick hit on towards the site. The Satellite still finds himself some ground to work with for at least one. Welly, hello? Odin just jumps on in.
That's cringe, bro.
Is out for an initial trade. And now it's just down to Shondex.
Guys, I got word. I told Rob we're increasing the price if we lose the match.
First contact.
So if you wait too long to buy the jersey, you might get it at a higher price if you don't get it now.
With the amount of rounds that they've won, so Welly still has.
All right, bet. What's the pick, pussy? What you look like?
Might be a good swing round.
What?
We just thought he had the read.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I mean, you see the Knights
Bro's
deals
flexing
3
his
over
hair follicles.
You're just trying to gamble that you can get the back of B for free, but not on Shondex.
Wait, no joke, chat. I feel like I could be a good salesman. No?
Like at least that's a good thing.
I think I could actually be a good salesman.
Right in that spot and has
I think I actually could be though.
That's just going to slow everybody down towards 3. And he might
I think I actually could be a good salesman.
Yeah, he is. Where they actually have
all
the players getting ready to swing across to fight that.
Well, Welly for the first. Knights can he be revealed after dimensional drift. Info gathering coming through, holding onto the flash. Here comes the play with Glyph. Nismo for the first though. Is there anything further? No, the decoy comes out nicely, leaving Knights by himself, and there's nowhere for him to go. Look here through B long, including the stealth drone.
Oh, come on!
That's so nice.
Yes, it is. Scuba misses the shot in the stealth drone. The
I think we lost.
Satellite is perfect. And between Glyph and Satellite in this map, how key have they been? Because now you gate crash back over, but Satellite this time misses. And puts a little bit more pressure on the Shondex inside the site.
Yeah, they need to give him a sight smoke.
Who's we? Guys,
needs to throw one at the site to help
if I support a team, you support that team. We lost, bro.
The Steel Garden was used as kind of a survival tactic.
We're in this shit together, dude. I need you guys to feel the pain with me.
Flashes that come through.
If we don't ride the highs together, how are we gonna ride the lows together?
Salvo pushes
or other way around, but you get it.
Defense now fully rotated over. T-Dog trying to get back to work. Well,
we
he's
for
spanning
sure.
it all out. Finds Nismo, and once again, the plant gets denied. So in terms of Cubert building themselves a lifeline, it continues to get stalled. And now that they're going to a full-on 3v4.
They don't have the info of where players could be, though. That's why players are still watching flanks.
Nice
Damn!
good opener in a second. Satellite misses once again. Flash to come through. Now the focus toward the other side. Glyph able to get back down into sight. But there's so much to worry about here. Yeah, the long pinch over towards heaven.
What's up, Jordan?
Tree, the follow-up through long.
Jordan, you got the Lakers bringing it back game 7 or not? I feel like you know ball.
Comes up empty once again.
Right, I don't know them by their
Ambrosia
states
stay
and
tucked
shit,
in
dude.
Right now, and continue to play like backside, crossfire set up into B. They might have good position here to snuff the push from Cubert.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Steel Guard now. Cubert showing force over towards the top side at both.
Lakers might grab tonight and over in Minnesota game
Ambrosia
6.
stacked
I like
up
it.
heavily in the
I
back.
like it.
It looks like Cubert are very aware of this. Yeah,
Wait a
they
minute.
Sure are. Right to the dirt cover. Flashes pop. Everyone
Nah,
drops.
Shaz, trust me, bro.
And it will be likely a 10th
Trust
round
me,
here
bro.
for Cubert, just seeing when Ambrosia
You gotta
begins
fake it
to
till
force
you
some
fake it till you
repurchase.
make it though. And that's the arc I'm on.
I mean, doing some damage on exits would be huge here because Scuba's only at 400 and Reduxx at 300. So, but he's using
First of all, dude, it is tiring as fuck.
Simultaneously
I feel like I'm in decent shape, but that shit is exhausting, bro.
It's on tonight's a critical first blood.
It's like a different it's like a different type of cardio to play basketball.
So now you're gonna have to stun paranoia and just walk into sight, and you don't love the
Set
idea
plays
of that
pick
if
and
you're
roll.
Cubert right now, especially considering that you don't really have much intel with what's in A.
Especially when the person that was able to turn it back into your favor in these hectic rounds, it was Knights. Now you lose him at the
LeBron's
very
doing it
beginning.
and he's 40 though? Yeah, but he's doing it for 20 years. I've been doing it for 2 weeks. You give me 20 years, bro. I'd be fucking LeBron too.
Flash out.
Come on, bro.
Satellite avoids it, but the smoke will keep him away.
Oh
from
my
the
god,
angle
what is he
eventually.
doing?
Back to the pistol. Glyph, meanwhile, inside the sight. Glyph again. A huge double makes life easier for Acre inside the site with him. And now it's just down to Scuba to try to save the map. It would have to be a 1v5.
I would be
though.
LeBron too.
Finds the first. Does not have the spike. That's the next thing in line. Salvo to delay a little while longer.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. The clock is just not good. And yeah, one more kill of y'all. He
We
finds
lost. Fuck.
Ambrosia.